We're live.
Live?
Live already, live. My goodness me, good morning. It's not Monday. So confused, Gemma, do you know what day of the week it is?
Literally, no. And now you've said that, I now need to change where I've just put Monday on one of the listings.
It's not Monday. It would be, yeah, it's Tuesday. It's Textile Tuesday because it's not Making Monday because I did a little go live yesterday. Little Facebook Live warehouse walk around, which, yeah, give you the inside scoop. Down here, I'm still, always, then when we come on air, I'm still tidying. Doesn't matter how long I have, I'm still going to be tidying. Today, we are making, ooh. I'm not going to lie, I heart this very much. This is one of Leesa's designs. It is uber gorgeous. Like, there's no two ways about it.
We went mad when we saw this pattern, didn't we?
Uber gorgeous. Mm-hmm. I've been waiting for this to come in because I've waited and waited. I haven't used the cloison in anything else because I've known that this pattern is coming in. You can, when you get it, you can upsize it, downsize it. This is just an absolute perfect. You can put on little tassels to then, you could actually probably put on a magnetic clasp as well if you wanted to. Because the sides will, if you need them to, they will sort of fold in if you need them to. So super versatile, incredibly pretty. Look at that.
It's a beaut, isn't it?
Very, very, very gorgeous bag. Just saying. See ya. I'm going out for dinner tonight.
So cute. I love it.
I will be taking this with me.
Aww.
Absolutely.
Lovely.
No question about it. Meh. I'm going to pop it up here so that we can admire it up there and I won't block it all the time.
It is the Japanese fan bag.
It is the Japanese fan bag. And it is by Leesa Chandler and she is a very clever lady and it is not a quick make.
She's a clever lady who likes a bit of cafe as well, isn't she?
Well, she does. So the nice thing about Leesa is that she never minds if we want to do a cafe version. Because I don't think that's her fabric in the photo. Shall I show you the photo? Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Here, don't think that's her fabric. Certainly none that I've ever seen. I was like, oh, what am I going to do it in? And then, ba-ba-ba! Da-da-da! Oops. You're going to need some template plastic for sure. I have all the rotary cutters in the world, having rocked up at Create and Craft last week with none. Amazing. Go me.
Not your finest moment, perhaps.
I mean, I've had better, if I'm going to be honest. And I do like to be honest. All over the place. Right, so what else do I need to tell you about today? Well, I probably need to say Happy Easter and say hello to everyone. Why does my computer keep doing weird things?
I don't know.
It's doing weird things again.
Did you eat all the chocolate eggs in all the world? Because Easter eggs are your favourite chocolate, aren't they?
Do you know what? I didn't.
Oh, shush.
I haven't eaten one complete egg. I know.
I'm not sure if that's acceptable.
I'm sorry. Have I let you down?
A little bit, yeah.
Disappointing, right?
Really is.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit speechless.
I know. I did that thing of leaving it too late so that when I went to get them...
Oh. But that there Inga got us some chocolate and so did Jane.
Oh, yeah, no, clearly. Yeah. No, I didn't eat all of that. Oh, did I? I shared it. Oh, no, maybe I have. No, maybe I'm talking complete. Well, that was last week.
Did I inhale that chocolate, Gemma, then promptly forget?
Yeah,
probably did, didn't you?
Probably.
Yeah.
Claire says, that's a lovely bag. Morning, Margaret. Good morning. I was absent on Wednesday over at the mother-in-law's. Well, welcome back. Does the set feel quite bright today?
Oh, I don't know.
Turn off live captions. I don't want them. It confuses me.
It confuses everybody, especially when it doesn't understand what we've said and comes up with something completely different. It really doesn't like when you say Gemala. It comes up with all sorts of things.
Does it? What's its favourite thing to come up with?
All sorts of random nonsense.
Really? I do like a bit of random nonsense. I feel it's what our shows are based upon half the time.
I feel it could be a new name for us, should the need ever arise.
What, Tuesday random nonsense
Yeah,
day?
not Textile Tuesday, it'd just be
random nonsense day.
random nonsense.
I could cope with that. Should we see who else is on board?
Yeah. Let's do
I
that.
don't know how many of you are just in like sugar comas everywhere. Morning, Sylv. She's morning, lovely peeps. Morning, Jenny. Hope you had a great Easter. Lo says morning, happy campers. Yes. It's all very pretty.
Always.
Sorry, but can only spend a short time with you as have been summoned to the USA for 3 weeks. Fiona, you've only just got back. What is going on? Which of your 7 bags is this one, Lisa? Oh, well. We shall find out. Morning, Rona. But it is a beautiful bag. You see, Lo hasn't eaten any chocky eggs either. There we go. Morning, everyone. Debbie says, OMG, I need this bag. I have many bags, but always room for more.
There's always room
made
for
one
more.
yet. This is it's.
Have you lost the power of speech?
Yeah.
Just there for a moment, because it's that wonderful.
Sylvia says, I haven't had any eggs, but I did have some mini lint bunnies. I think that counts.
Yeah.
I think that does. Yeah.
Lint's amazing.
It does look quite bright today, doesn't it? I don't know what's going on. All the lights are on at their normal.
But nobody's
level.
home.
Well, I mean, that's just me, isn't it? Sylvia says she
dear.
leaves the captions on because they're hilarious. Well, maybe it's the platinum blonde hair, says Margaret. No, I think it's just grey. But thanks. Donna loving the bag.
Are there silver sparkly glisteners going on? Is that that's what this is? Bouncing around the room, the light off your head.
Cass says, does taxing the children's count? No, they owe you that.
No.
They owe you that. That's fine. Morning, Kate. Morning, Leslie. Who is busy scoffing a chocolate rabbit as we speak.
Lovely. Excellent work.
I did have half an egg for breakfast. I am very bright this morning. Yeah, I don't know why.
Ooh, there was a lady on the radio yesterday saying that she'd melted an Easter egg into her porridge. I'm not sure I could get on board with that.
What a waste. What a
She
waste.
said it was marvellous and delicious and fabulous and all sorts of things, but I wasn't feeling it, to be honest.
No.
Even-
We would have words about that.
Yeah, even him indoors, sat there and grimaced
No,
in the car.
no, and no. Don't need that pattern. Done that one. I need a bit of that. I'm just filing.
Yeah, filing on the floor.
Yeah, no, on the floor.
Filing
yeah,
on the floor.
Always, yeah. So
Such a child.
that's how that one goes. My children do as I
dear.
say, not as I do, right?
Yes.
Yes,
That's
yes.
that.
So we have got for you a pattern which has got templates. Lots of the templates. I have got 3 colourways for this bag today. Let me show you. Oh, there we go. This one, that one, and that one, basically. So you can have the cloison. Have I said that right?
Cloison. It's like a w sound in the middle. Cloison.
I spent most of my shows over at Create and Craft not knowing how to say it either.
Oh, because I wasn't there.
I know, I did say
What's
that.
this one called, Gemma? Cloison.
Don't know. No idea.
Lovely irritating sound in your ear.
You can have the
corner.
contrast with the black. You can have the... Well, we've done that one with Midnight. I can't remember. I think it's a croissant. Purple.
Purple. Yeah.
Purple.
Purple.
With
Yeah.
Midnight. Because the background there is Midnight. It's not black. And then this one down here, croissant.
Orange.
With purple. If you'd like to see those closer up, then let me show you. Because we've added in a bit of flange as well.
Have.
Why wouldn't we, Gemma? Why wouldn't we?
Well,
my goodness.
We've got a bit of special flange as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do anything. This is freezing all over the place.
Oh.
I know.
Perhaps it's still in Easter mode.
I don't know what.
I feel like I might still be a little bit in Easter mode.
Do you think?
Well, yes, like this morning. And I'm looking at the listing and going, why did I load that last week saying Tuesday? That's not right. And I changed it to Monday. I didn't just write it wrong. I changed it. I didn't trust my sensible
Last
pre-Easter
week,
self
Ed.
to know what I was doing. No.
Right, you get a metre of flange. You get 15 inches of your croissant and half a metre. Don't laugh at me. Half a metre of that. Have we put the instructions in with this bundle as well?
Not this one.
No, not this one.
No.
Get very
We've got an accessory and essentials bundle.
The essentials bundle that goes with it. And then, so that's your midnight, that's your black, that's your purple, that's your contrast, and that's your orange. They are all going to make beautiful bags. Beautiful,
Really
beautiful, beautiful. You will also need some form of interfacing, whether you use H640, whether you choose to use, you can buy the pattern individually, or I used HH650, by the way. That was the sentence that I was about to finish.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll show you why. So you can get the instructions, your template plastic and your freezer paper. You only need a tiny bit of freezer paper, by the way, but it's handy to have for any of your applique bits and bobs. So it's quite a handy bundle, isn't it?
Very handy.
Gemma is tip tapping. I can hear her
I'm just making sure that the HH650 is where people need it, so they can see it and
Oh,
find
okay,
it
yeah,
and
yeah,
all
yeah.
of those things.
No, we need all of that.
Yeah.
So when you get your template plastic, here are your templates, and you are going to the essential ones are the middle bit of that, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Now, where you add the seam allowance, you can either do that with more template plastic if you wish, but with the template plastic you've got, I would do those. This is your seam allowance, so you can just cut bigger. Cut your fabric larger than your template would be my advice to you on that one. Yeah. Oh yeah. And they are your templates. We're going to work with those in just a moment. A lot of this bag is hand stitched, by the way. So
Mindful sewing.
it is mindful sewing.
Gorgeous.
I was very mindful about it. Jane and I were both mindful as we had to prep everything this morning. Right, so in which case, if you struggle with needles, you might want some Grip It, which is fabulous. So these grip and control the needle and reduce hand pain. That's what those do. You are going to need a Sewline glue pen if you do not already have one, and you are going to need some refills probably, because you know,
once you
they're
start
handy to
using
have.
that pen,
Exactly.
you'll use it for everything.
Ultra thimble. These are great. I've left mine at home. I normally use the little thimble pads. It's in my EPP pouch, which is sitting on the sofa at home. Go me. So there we go. They are very, very useful. It just stops any, you can see on my thumb there, starting to get a little bit sore from sewing this morning. Wouldn't have had I had that there.
I like the little leathery patches.
Yeah, they were great.
Amazing.
I have EPP'd all over the place for many, many years and never got through a whole pack.
No, I'm still on my first pack because you
Yep.
got me onto those.
Yeah. Now, also a little deal, just to go sideways for a moment, whilst I remember. Do you remember that we made
The
This
drawstring
the other day.
wash bag.
the drawstring wash bag? Now you can draw the string however you want. We did it with Odecoat, did we not?
We
Yes,
did.
we did. There it is. And this is now the one that sits in my dressing room here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's got my brushes, tweezers, because I don't care. I don't know how that happens. How do you go from one day being absolutely fine to next finding like an inch long black hair growing out
Oh,
your neck?
don't. Just don't.
Like, where
There's
does
one on
that
my
come
chin.
from?
I felt it on the drive
Where
here
does
this morning.
that come from? You want to keep a pair of tweezers in your car
Well,
because the light's generally quite
It
good in your
is.
rearview mirror.
I'm so miffed. Because now
My
I'll
mum
be
and I
feeling
both
it
do.
all day.
Yeah, you will. Do you want a pair of tweezers? I've
Yes.
got a pair there.
Oh
And there's
my
a little
gosh.
mirror there. There you
Yes. I'm literally going to wheel forward and get them now. I shall use my
What's gonna
phone
happen?
as a mirror. Don't mind me,
go.
everyone.
No, there's the mirror there. There's the little Leesa Chandler compact
yes,
mirror
there
there. We're all set up for hairs around here. It's not at all embarrassing, is it? No. But I don't know where they come from, Jem. I don't know how they
No.
just sprout overnight.
Because
So
I check regularly and then suddenly they're an inch long. Oh, it's so rude.
I know, but so in here, I've got all my stuff. All my stuff. I've got foundation. Have you ever tried these? They're quite fun. They're little toothpaste tablets.
It's amazing. I have, however, got a very, very, very funny message from SJ.
What's that?
Bless her. I too am having a mare this morning. You
Oh.
think it's Monday. I think it's Wednesday.
Oh.
I've activated the Creative Grids offer. It's not for today.
No.
Shall I
tomorrow.
remove it?
Well,
Oh, bless
you
her.
know,
Do you know what,
SJ?
SJ? I'd just leave that there. You never
Yeah.
know. Someone might want to.
Someone might want to,
Might want to
have
get
that
ahead.
little
Get
one.
What do
So,
you like? Bless
because
her.
this sold out so fast,
It really did.
and a
it's
lot of you were saying, hang on.
beautiful.
What we've done is put a kit together of the 3 long quarters from Tilda that made that bag. You've probably already got the instructions. If not, you can buy it. And we've put in the Odeco at a discount. So there is a discounted bundle, isn't it, Gemma?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
So if you've never used the Odeco, there's been a full demo on this. You'll be good to go. But that has launched today.
Yes.
Today.
Yes.
And you will get many out of your Odeco. I'd only do 1 coat of the Odeco, by the way.
I've got a very exciting Odecoat related project that I'm going to do, and
Have you?
it's
What are you gonna
slightly
do?
mad. I mean, even by my standards, it's slightly mad.
Right.
We went to a car boot yesterday, and I bought all the things, mostly for 50p or £1. But what
Nice.
I also got,
Yeah.
this is really random. Guy found a retro airbed. I know, and it's crazy, awful, terrible, but beautiful. Therefore, orange and brown retro pattern airbed, and he wants me to turn it into a mat for outside the van at the front. So we're going to Odecoat it. I'm going to put some eyelets through it so we can peg it down with tent pegs.
Okay.
And I might even bias bind around the edge of it.
Beautiful.
But I will share photos because it is possibly one of the most ridiculous things I've ever embarked on. Because Guy saw it and went, "This needs to be a mat." But he knows he can, you see, because
I
he's got
know.
that wife
That
that
wife.
goes, "All right then,
I'll do that.
I'll give it a
do all the
go."
stuff. All the stuff in all the world.
I've got some
Okie
amazing
dokie.
things though. Amazing things. We love a good boot market.
I haven't, but you know, I haven't car booted for ages.
Oh, I loved it. I've got so much good stuff. I'll show you pictures later. There's so much good stuff. I'm so
Don't
excited.
need any more stuff.
No, I know.
I'm trying to shed stuff, not gain
Same.
stuff. Right. Right. What are we doing? You can make your own bias should you wish, but we've put some in the kit so you don't need to. But, crikey, I've got a big old chunk of fabric here. You'll get fit. I think I couldn't get a hold of you, Gemma, to remember how much we'd put in the kit because I knew we'd been generous, but I couldn't remember how generous. So here we go. This is it. We are going to start with our A template. Okay. I am then going to start with a pen that is going to show up. So I'm going to use a marker. This is a permanent marker, but only so that it's going to show up, right? If I were you, I'd start with your central segment. You're going to go then to either side, so you've got 5 in total. I write on mine so that I know which is the right way up. Uppity up. And we've been generous with the amounts so that you can fussy cut your pattern, like which bit do you want to be, what have you. So let's just wee. No, let's not just wee. That's wrong. It's weird. There we go. We'll do that. Now I would then get your creative grid because on these ones you are going to add in 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. Right.
Fabulous.
Yes. Okay, and the same to this side. Now again, you will do this in a pen that is not going to permanently mark your fabric. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Good plan, Stan.
Right. Now, over the tops is going to be 1/2 an inch. So again, you're going to use your creative grids to just, I would suspect, mark out, and then you can just kind of eyeball how that is going to then look coming round there. Now, next, 1/4 of an inch down there. Now, Gem, next up, don't know, can you see this all right?
Have a look.
Because then we're going to add another 1/4 of an inch on, which is going to be your seam allowance for the next one. Yeah? Yes. Or are you just enjoying my
Trying
route?
to get to the correct screen. All the pop-ups in all the world are in the way. Bear with. Let's have a little look and see what we can see.
Whoop. Do you know what? I'm going to use this one. Because it's actually long enough, Gem.
Oh, well, that's always a good start, isn't
Right.
it?
Actually long enough. There we go.
Right,
That one
can
there.
we see the mark?
And then you come in on that and then draw around. There, like that. So you will sort of get the pattern continuing around. Yeah? Do you see what I mean? And then on that line, and the only reason that you just draw, I mean, you could just draw a 1/2 inch line and then just cut down the middle of it. You could just do that. That would probably also make life easy. But you're gonna, I shape this round as the fan goes. And then on the end one, you want to add a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Okay. Oh, all the way up. La, 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 la. And again, I just then mark at the top. And then from there, like that. And again, off here, mark 1/2 inch so that you can, I mean, this doesn't have to be exact as you go around, but your seam allowances, it really helps if they are. So then round here, whee.
Oh, Lo's with us, and she says she thinks she wants to do the chocolate egg cheesecake thingy. I mean, I don't know what the chocolate egg cheesecake thingy is, but it sounds flipping marvellous.
Sounds great. Send it our way. I bet they'll probably cross in the post with all the quilts they sent you, Lo.
Yeah, I'll bet. Becky says, morning, thanks for showing us around the warehouse yesterday. Fabulous.
Pleasure.
Ah.
Absolute pleasure. And then last one here. Around. We jolly well go. And on this one, we add that 1/2 inch onto the end. This is all very clear in your instructions, by the way, in case you're sitting there going, what is this woman doing? Very clear in your instructions. You get a template and everything to show. Whee! There we go. And then along that bottom line, where mine are, there's my 1/4 inch, there's my 1/4 inch, that one's got a 1/4 inch, there's my 1/4 inch, and there's my 1/4 inch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes.
Beautiful.
So in your pattern, what we've just, where we, oh no, that's what we've just done this. And so it shows you where you need your seam allowances, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch along the top, and then how to lay them out. So that's what we have just done. We are then going to cut them out. Now, scissors. The best way I found was kind of scissors along the bottom bit here. And then you can, we got Leesa with us this morning, Gemma.
I haven't spotted her yet.
She was doing her own thing this morning. How very dare she?
Oh. Actual work.
Actual work.
Oh, lovely.
It's all right. She was probably making us more fabulous patterns for us to demo
Oh,
over here.
please.
This side of the pond.
We're very lucky, aren't we, to collaborate
Yeah.
with lovely, talented people who make very beautiful and fabulous things.
I know, right? No rubbish for us, let me tell you.
Absolutely.
So then you have got all of your fans laid out like that, and then you can whip out your rotary cutter, right?
If you've remembered to bring one with
If
you.
you've remembered to bring one with you, well, that really helps. honestly, what a plonker. 2 minutes to be on air.
It's a great word, plonker. It just
It
explains
just
it, doesn't
summed me up. It really did. Honestly, it really did. Oh yes, I've driven all this way to, not be able to demonstrate a single thing.
No.
Luckily, we had pre-cut most of my demo pieces because I'd had a moment in the week where I'd been organised. I know.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Shocker.
Right.
Bravo.
Oh, gosh. Now, the other thing that you might like to do if you are feeling super organised, Gemma, are you feeling super organised? No, you don't know
Always.
what day it is. Sorry. Yes, always.
Always. Well, you've got to hope so.
In your seat, in the left-hand side seam allowance, even just like number these in a bit that you're not going to see.
Nice.
Just as a thought. Because you want to keep them in the right order. Now, I mean, the pattern's quite obvious, but, so I just put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you know what you're doing. Now.
We try.
What to do with my flange? You can make your own flange, or you can use this flange. Now, when I made my demo one, we didn't have the thin flange in, but I've gone with a thin flange this time because it's easier to fold over, is the truth of the situation.
We got this here flange in specially. Got this here flange in specially, didn't we?
We did. So then you are going to want your foot on your machine, your zip foot, and we are going to stitch 1/4 of an inch with our zipper foot on. Zip, 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 all the way down. Here we go. You could always, if you wanted, use your 1/4 of an inch tape just to baste it. You can always use your Textile glue pen, but there it is in place there. And then when we come over to here, put it back there, and then pick up the next one, and again flange a bit, wobbly bit into there, and then just sew down the right hand side. So it's always the right hand side that you are stitching down, always this side, that side, that side, that side, that side, go. Oh, I can hear your lovely orders all being cut.
Yeah, me too. That lovely sound of the electric scissors.
Oh, they're good, aren't they, those electric scissors?
Good.
Now, there was concern yesterday, Gemma. Where were the half-meat Evans? Where have they gone? They got taken down for the day, for the 3 days that we had our 20% off on, because we already so heavily discount the half-meat Evans.
Yeah.
We could not take a further 20% off. So if you were after any of the half-meat Evans, then they are back where they should be. Are they back up?
I believe so. I'll have a look.
Because I know someone was asking for them earlier. I was like, bear with. We'll get them back up.
I'm sure SJ's listening anyway. She was shenanigating with such things.
So this is going to be a narrower flange than on my demonstration bag, but that's not a bad thing because I'll show you when we get to actually using the template with this. You'll be grateful of that. But we had to wait for it to come in, didn't we, Jem?
We did.
And it has indeed arrived.
It did.
Hurrah! So now you have got 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of flange. And this is when you then put them together like so and stitch down the other side. And we'll take that to the machine and do that. And this is where you want to make sure that you're sewing the right bits to the right edges and all of that. Line up the bottom edges like so. And down you go. And there you have a beautiful, delicate flange. Gorgeous. So, right, this is where it gets complicated, because if you put it down like that, you'll be like, oh, I've sewn it all wrong. No, 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 no. Just keep methodically sewing round. Next one. Off you go. And that is the key. Just be methodical here. So we'll just do that. I think will be the key.
Marvellous.
It is. It really rather is. And I had all the doubts in all the world about whether or not I could actually make this bag, because it was so beautiful and not like anything I'd ever done before.
Aww.
But you're going to be fine. You're going to absolutely love it. And what I realised is that had I actually got my bank holiday self sorted, is that I could have been sat on picnic blankets. And again, when you come back, put it face down again to then get the right piece. Ask me how I know, Gemma. Bit of unpicking.
Oh no.
Yeah, well, obviously.
But you have to make the mistakes so that no one else does.
Always.
That's just so selfless of you.
Do you know what? That's me.
So
I'm glad you
selfless.
see that. I really am glad you see that about me. Yeah, I could have sat in endless parks this weekend with children and dogs and things, and done a bit of hand sewing rather than in a bit of a rush this morning. Would have been lovely. However, I did not. I did part of it and then did not do the Leesa Chandler rule of read to the very end. No, I did not do that. Did I, Gemma? No. No.
I'm loving this already.
Well, I thought I'd do the most complicated bit. Yeah. This is the most complicated bit. After that, super, super easy.
Well, I'm not sure which I like more now, the chunky flange or the more delicate flange.
Well, I don't know. I mean, they both have their place.
They do.
You know, pick a flange, any flange, right?
Lisa's original was a more delicate flange, wasn't it?
Yeah. And it was only because we didn't have any finer flange that I went for the chunky flange. So now, what you have is, yes, a more delicate one.
Do we need to compare with the other bag?
Do you want to compare and contrast?
Yeah, I think so. Which is quite funny because that one is cloison contrast. Compare and contrast.
I don't know. Don't know which I prefer. Depends. Well, we'll see. We'll
They both look nice.
They do look both. They do look both look nice.
They do look both look nice.
They do look both look nice.
Yes.
Right. So then we're going to take this over to the pressing mat, and we're going to press all these seams to the same side. Leesa says left. So we'll do that.
Oh, I think Sylv's playing the drinking game. She's put flange in capital letters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. But that is always the game. Do you know what? It was on the tip of my tongue to ask whether or not Sylv had written flange in big capital letters.
She's also put that the captions put down fur line blue pen instead of sew line, which is nice. Which is lovely, isn't it?
Beautiful. Fur-line blue pen. But you can see with how that's now being cut, you still get the continuity.
Oh.
Isn't it beautiful?
Oh. Oh, that pleases me greatly.
I know.
It really does.
I know. But you'll notice in the picture, we've got this business going on. What?
Captions
what
is on one today. Silver's also told us that apparently we sell half meat heavens.
Nice.
Yep.
I mean, we
And
give it a go.
Sylv's giving everyone the commentary on the captions, which is very helpful, of course, for those who perhaps have switched them off. Because they're annoying. Sylva's just making sure everyone still knows what they say.
Yay!
And Sylv says that one's flange is always delicate.
Oh, that's right.
But sometimes chunkier than others.
We can stop that there, thank you, Jim.
And too much flanging, she says.
No, you can never have too much in your life. If you want to add straps, etc., then I would just take your 2 inches off now. Your straps can be as long as you wish, let me tell you. And if you wish to do a little ribbon or anything to then tie the 2 bits together, then you can. But just take off any length like that you need before you get involved with this. So this is your pieced bag panel. Okay. This is your template, and it is freeze paper. Shiny side down. Shiny side down. Take to the iron. In fact, I might do this over here on this bit that I've already started to, get involved with over here.
Margaret's looking at the Aussie Sun striped black and gold on the shelf and is wondering. Wander away, Margaret. I'd love to see everyone try this out in different fabrics.
For sure.
Must share your photos, peeps, on Community Makes. We love it.
Now.
Oh, look. What's she up to now, we all ask.
So if you are following Leesa's pattern to the letter, you'll have made a second template which includes the seam allowance.
Nice.
Or eyeball it.
Oh, I'm team eyeball, I think.
You team eyeball?
Yeah, I am, really.
Does save you quite a lot of template plastic.
I think when you've sewn lots of 1/4 inches in your life, you can just...
I don't think it matters if it's like a little bit more either. So you might just want to take a little bit of a chunk off there. A bit of a chunk off there. And then on this curve, if you want to do like little V's, then you can. Sometimes people do it, Jem, so that they go along and they like trim it out like that.
Oh.
Controversial.
That reminds me of making paper snowflakes.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah. Or just do it like that.
Oh, Dorothy's joined us. She says, morning, everyone.
Morning.
Sorry, I'm late. What a pretty bag. It's
Yep.
gorgeous, isn't it?
Yep.
And it's so different, and that's the thing.
Yep, all of that.
Really different to
Really.
anything else you'll ever have made.
I certainly have never made anything like it in my life. Which is when I get the fear. But it's okay. Right. La Soline glue pen. What else are we calling it? What does it like to call it?
What?
Oh.
I'm lost. So like glue pen.
Yeah, no, I know, but what do captions like to call it?
Oh, now I understand. Now we'll have to wait a moment, won't we, because of our lovely delay. Don't think it came up with one, did it, on that one? It came up with
say?
half meat heaven. What's the furline glue pen. You're
Furline
right.
glue
I thought it was a
pen.
different product. Oh, I tell you, I think my brain's still in bed.
Is it?
Yeah, it is Easter.
It's fair enough.
Yeah.
Can't argue with that, can you?
No, not at all.
And, really don't worry if that's not super neat at the end, because that's going to be in your seam allowance.
In my defence, I was up a lot of the night as well. Tapping.
Oh, what?
Everyone's orders all needed to be processed, so we could have the order sheets. Warehouse have now got some lovely sheets to process.
They do, yes.
So yeah.
That is your defence, isn't it?
It's my defence. I was sat there tapping. Vicky got back from holiday and she sent a message and said, just needed to say before I go to bed how lovely the house is looking and blah, blah, blah. And I messaged her back and said, good-o, get some sleep. And she just texted me back in capitals, why are you awake?
I know, right?
Orders to process, including yours, lady, that's why.
Yes. Might have been a holiday, still managed to buy.
Yeah. Make sure you all get your goodies. It's very important.
It is important. So. Bear in mind, okay, this is going to be on here like this.
Oh, Lord.
Right? You are going to stitch, but then you're going to... That seam allowance will be undone when you take the template out. Okay? Yes, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Happy with that? Now, the other thing that you can do at this point to check where you are putting it, because this is going to be your template for the back, right, is you can sort of put that there, make sure that all is well with the world.
So beautiful, isn't it? I love the midnight blue as well. I'm a navy person though. I love a bit of navy.
You do, don't you? So if you're just lining that up, then you're going to make sure that you've got, because you put 1/2 inch seam allowance there, didn't you? Yep.
Fabulous.
And then just make sure that when that is on that base there, you've got at least 1/2 inch at the top as well. And when you are happy with that, on the fabricy bits, the sew line glue pen is your friend here. Or you can pin it. And then we're just going to slip stitch that in place. So bear with me because we can't do the next bit until I've slip stitched this in place, Gems.
No, that's all right.
I might need you to just like talk amongst yourselves.
Wow.
Just for a
We're
moment.
good at that.
Whilst I just, you know, do a little bit of this. So if you're wondering what that is going to look like to stitch that onto there, you are going to go into your fabric along and up and then into, go along in that seam and then out and down directly. Out, and you can just catch that edge of there if you want, and then just go back directly in along behind the pattern fabric. Just come up, catch that edge and go back down in along up directly down.
Quite hypnotic.
Oh, we're nearly lump all the way along.
I love an excuse for a bit of hand stitching. Really do.
I've got a couple of quilts that need binding.
Ooh. That's a curl up with a blanket in front of the telly moment, isn't it?
One is a real big one.
One's a really big one.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a big one to do, big job to do.
It's almost like we need to bring it in and all start on a corner and just keep working across.
Oh, like a proper sewing circle.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have sewing circles anymore? There must be somewhere, surely.
Yeah.
So just talk among yourselves, Jim. How's everyone doing on chat?
Let's have a little look. I think everyone's a bit quiet this morning. They're quite hypnotised by
sugar
your
cane, isn't
making,
it?
I feel. Julia's liking Margaret's thoughts on the fabrics on the wall and wonderings.
What is she considering, whether or not to make the fan bag out of it?
So.
Oh yeah, you absolutely could. Do you want to see it? Actually, let's just have a quick look.
That black and gold. In fact, any of those.
Well, let's. I mean, this
And
is
a half metre is more than enough. And then a half
So you'd
metre of
get
plain
one-
and a metre of flange, isn't
You'd
it,
get
Tash?
each of those in there, wouldn't you? You'd have a different floral. Beautiful.
Yeah. Half
Yep.
metre of that, half metre of plain, metre of flange.
Beautiful. Job done.
Yeah.
Although, to be honest, with the way that fabric was shaping up, you could actually make your own flange out of the gold.
Oh, that would be
Pattern bit.
beautiful. That would be really beautiful.
That would be really a bit stunning, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And in the instructions, by the way, Leesa does show you how to make your own flange, just in case you have no idea, or you want a wider one or a thinner one or anything else. So we are basically using that, what's the word I want? The freezer paper as a template. That's all that is. That is just like, so we're basically, it's a bit like English paper piecing, using it as a template. And it's going to come out. Now, in Australia, they have a very natty product called Polyfuse.
Ooh.
I know, I don't know. I'm trying to get hold of it here.
It's a fusible something or other by the sound of it.
Yeah, but you can use that instead of paper.
Nice.
And then that stays in.
Well, that's a bit clever.
I know, right? But we haven't got that yet.
No.
So, forget I told you that. It's only that it does say in the instructions, if using Polyfuse, that can stay in. But if you are using this...
Yes, don't let that distract you. Natasha has alternative method. We always find a way, don't we?
Always. Always, always. You are going to need, for the templates, by the way, for the templates that stay in, some stiff card. Now, obviously, before Easter, I went, right, clear everything out, and threw away all our boxes.
Oh.
I know, right? So I have used, with ours, I reckon, like Amazon boxes would be perfect for this. And you'd be doing a bit of upcycling. But if you want like proper interfacing, because I used an S50.
Oh, I think you used the S80, didn't you?
S80.
Yeah.
What's the other one? The
S520.
Yeah, the S520 you could use easily, because you have interfacing on both sides. I've just come undone just at the end. Oh, come on. I know, how annoying is that?
It always has to happen, doesn't it?
Oh, to me, apparently. Yeah, apparently to me. And that's okay. I'm quite comfortable with that. You just get the joy of watching me try to rethread a really tiny piece.
It's fine. You got it?
Yeah,
good.
I am playing thread
Chicken. Yeah.
just to see if I can get this to the edge. I don't know if I can. But it
You'll
would
try,
be
though.
really great. I will try my very hardest.
That stubborn determination of yours.
I know, but it doesn't magically make more thread, Gemma.
No, it doesn't.
Which is
No, but you can't let it go.
disappointing.
Next time you watch Emily and she's really, refusing to let something drop, just know.
The apple did not fall far from the tree.
No, definitely not.
I'm comfortable with that. There we go, did it. Whew, by Nat's whisker. When I'm looking for my needle, it's on the edge of my pressing mat. Okay, so we have it looking like so. As if it actually switches.
Well, it does.
Yay, like so. And then...
You and Margaret are on the same lines.
What's that?
She said exactly what I was thinking, so I think she means the gold flange made from the fabric.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And then let's make, then very quickly, handles. These can be whatever length you want. So from that 2-inch strip that you just cut, you are going to fold it in half, basically like you would make any kind of binding. I can't remember how long I made mine.
This is one of those
It's
moments,
as long as you want it to be,
yeah.
situations for sure.
But this bag's one of those makes where people would look and say, you didn't. No, you really didn't. Don't be so daft. You didn't make that. It's just one of those, isn't it?
Yeah, because people can't work out how you did.
No. It's clever.
It's very clever.
Like, really clever. Lynn's watching and she says, loving this bag. I'm watching in the car whilst taking Mum back home to the New Forest. I'm hoping she's not driving.
Yeah, I'm
Should not watch us whilst driving, everyone. Working on the assumption that's a passenger. situation.
A passenger-based situation.
Yes.
Yes. Let's go with that.
We'll work
hope,
on
shall
that
we?
assumption. Yeah.
Awesome.
I love all 3 colourways in this that you've put together too.
Which is your favourite?
Oh.
You know I am going to have to make them in all 3.
No. Yes, definitely. Well, we need them. We need them for photographs and
in
such
our
lovelinesses.
lives. Yes.
I think probably the midnight, the one that you're working on now.
I think the orange is going to be...
I think the orange is going to be a stunner.
I think the orange is going to be a surprise one where you go, oh, really? You go, yes.
I really love the contrast as well. I think it's great. So it's like ink. Tricky, can't decide. She says, yep, definitely passenger. Good-o.
Good.
Because the combination of watching us and messaging was not worth thinking about.
Much.
Yes.
So, good morning to you.
Good-o. Good girl, Lynn.
Yeah. Well done for being safe and not an idiot. We like that.
Yeah.
So then when you've pressed that, you are then, as you would make your binding, going to press up like so.
Something very satisfying about this as well, isn't there, when you make your own binding and make your own bits and bobs?
Well, this is your bag handle.
Yeah.
But it is,
It's the same method, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely it is. And also the same method if you want to make your own little ties. Although I think that you could probably put a little magnetic clasp in if you wanted to. And this is the thing, like you'll do the first one exactly like it says. And then for the other ones, you'll be like, I might just give it a go another way. And you might. Now I still have my foot on. My zipper foot on, but you can change yours if you wish. But away we go. La 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 la. We got that there Krangle woman with us this morning.
Oh, I'll have a look in a sec. However, she says, waiting for the machine to stop whirring. Jenny's just said something fabulous. It's just made my eyes spin. I've ordered the midnight version. But she thinks she may swap the croissant.
What?
I know. You wait till you hear what for.
Hang on.
I know.
Wait till I'm not whirring.
I know.
I'm sounding quite loud today. I am going quite fast, to be fair.
Yeah, you are. That is warp speed. Warp speed is what that was. No, she says she might, well, with her midnight kit that she's ordered, swap the cloison fabric for agate sky that's just arrived this morning. And now Natasha wants one. I just waited for that face.
Yes.
Oh, yes. And Dolly says that, hiya, I've just bought the pattern and bits. That's that accessory bundle. Good girl.
Bits, good.
Plan. It's on a deal as well. Good-o.
I do like a bit of that,
And she said she can't wait to make the bag.
Yay.
She's got some lovely Japanese fabric she's going to make it in.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
it's
Dolly,
open
gorgeous.
to all of those things. What else did I want to make it in? Oh, I've got some new O'Deal. Wanted to make it in that as well.
That's why Lisa's not with us. Sharon says, watching Lisa's show, so we'll come back to you later. I'm a bit behind today.
That's all right. So, we have... Is Lisa clashing with us today, is she?
Yeah.
Philippa
Winter McCartney says, good morning.
Morning.
I know, it's nice.
Guys, I'm just going to cut back, while Gemma just says hello to everyone, I'm just going to cut back any excess here.
Beautiful.
Because you can go by your stitch line. And then pull this back, and that will open up your seam allowance. Do you see then, to join that one? So you then have that seam allowance there, open up there, and remove your paper. This is why, lovely peeps, you want to be using freeze paper. You pull your template out, okay? And that is the front panel. Dun dun dun! Dun 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 dun.
Wonderful. Look at that.
For now. However, we do now need to make a front thingy. All right?
Is that a technical term?
Yes.
To do.
Clearly a front thingy. Now, I had used, and I've just used almost the last of it. Do you want to see how much I have left on the roll? This is my S80. I've got, have I got enough? No, I have not.
Oh, what do you need?
Oh, I need some kind of cardboard or flim-flam flippery.
I have got some. Oh, here's some I found earlier, she
Spot
says.
the crafter. Yeah, but I didn't have enough to do all of it in this, so it's going to be a little bit of a mishmash of some of this and some of that.
I've got
This
a big
is your
cardboard
fold
box in
line.
the other room.
Huh?
I've got a big cardboard box in the other room.
Have you?
We had a delivery.
Oh, did we?
Shall I summon it?
No, no.
Yeah.
I'm just going to pop that in there and use this. Because I have used bits of this, bits of the other. As you can see, I've chopped bits out. But you can use this. This might be quite good actually, because you'll actually be able to see. So if I do it like that, then you can see that is your fold line. You can also see the large footprint on here as well. It's beautiful, isn't it, Jen? We look after everything here.
Yeah.
Big footprint. Would we like to guess whose big footprint that is? Who's been here with me this weekend? Who has massive feet?
Who's big footprint?
Huh?
Who's been with you this weekend here? Who?
That there, Frederick James.
How big are his feet now?
His feet are a size 6.
Oh, shush.
And he is 8 years
I was
old.
going to say, can't they?
He now
That's
wears
too big, it can't be.
my wellies. Gemma? My wellies when he goes outside, because he says they are the most comfortable. I'm like, get out.
I need to go scavenging around your house and see if I can pinch any trainers he's grown out of.
Oh, you'd have a job. Penny gets them first.
Ah. Snooze I lose, hey?
Do you know what, he did have some really nice National Geographic ones.
Oh, nice.
You'd have looked absolute dogs whatever in those, Gem. So you can use your cardboard boxes, and around you go. And if you want to, like, if you're like me, you've got like quite a firm piece of card here. It's probably a little bit too firm, to be honest, but it's what I've got, people. It's all that I've got. Da-da-da. You can just trim it back a little bit, and around you go again. But yeah, lighter card than this would be good. Just saying. Now, if you use the S520, then clever things start to happen, Gemma, because that has a side that is adhesive.
Oh, clever.
Mm.
Fleecelina are clever people, aren't they, eh? They make some fabulous things.
There we go. But that is my basic template. There, let me just neaten that bit. Whee! Neaten that bit up. There we go. Into that corner. And into that corner there. Right. So, then, what you are going to do is on one side, you are going to adhere.
Oh, is this your HH650?
This is my HH650
Why is it so special, Natasha?
because it is adhesive on both sides. Brilliant.
Another clever Leesa moment.
Yeah, it is. And this is what we love about it. Now, I haven't used this on cardboard, so this is going to be a fun moment where I see if this is going to work. I used it with the S80.
Yeah.
And that worked an absolute treat. And the way that I did it, so I'll do exactly the same way that I did it then, was to use my Teflon pressing sheet. The only thing is, just give it a little bit of, it will, the top layer is obviously going to melt onto your Teflon pressing sheet, right? So you've just got to wait for, you've just got to let that just soften a little bit. But pull it back and the Teflon will leave it there. Then spin it around. And you only really need it basted into place. And then you can just trim that up. You could probably even... Whoops, no, don't do that. Don't do that, it's a really bad idea. Stick with your scissors. You can base, if you don't have H650, then you can use any kind of, again, I'm just going to trim that and then go back in. You can use any kind of wadding or anything like that. It's just to give one side that is a little bit softer and floofier than the other. But if you've got a bit of leftover wadding off your quilting, anything like that, you can apply that and just use your Soline glue pen just to baste in place.
Too many lovely things. I'm just browsing through now. Crikey.
Right, the other thing
Everyone's ordered
is,
some
right,
gorgeous stuff, you know, this weekend.
we have, haven't we?
Beautiful things have been
So
flying
the
out.
other thing to bear in mind here, if you had from us the when we first started doing Block of the Month, we had like a little essentials bundle.
Oh, the Baltimore one. The handy to
So
have
if you
kit.
have, like me, used a cardboard that's really thick and you've got a few bits that aren't quite as smooth as you want, just get that nail file out, that nail block, and just smooth it down. You might not have thought to do that. I nearly didn't. I didn't need to with the other stuff because it was fine. It was really easy to cut. But if, like me, you've thrown away all your packaging over Easter.
That handy to have kit's one of those things I keep coming back to, you know. I'll have to see if we can make some more up.
Yeah, it was very, very helpful. There we go.
And handy to have.
And yes, indeed, handy to have.
Exactly, as we said.
That's why, yeah, those lace pouches were really, really handy. So, then, what you're going to do is place that squidgy side against the outside of your fan, like so. Like so, like so. Yes. And then
Flip it over. Look at that.
right, as you flip, be mindful that your flangey bits will go into the dips there. So just before you press and have that all on there, just be aware that that is about where it is. Now, when Leesa makes this, she doesn't use double-sided. She just uses a glue pen just to hold it in place, because you're going to stitch around it, and that's fine, absolutely fine. But how gorgeous is that?
It's just beautiful, isn't it?
Okay, so then you're going to flip it and then get your sew-line glue pen out. Do the sides first, all right? And you see, actually, that did go bang on my 1/2 inch mark there. Right, have you ever changed a sew-line glue pen cartridge? If not, hold tight. Let's just get the rest of
I was going to say,
that
do you
out.
do what I do? Because I dig around and get that
Oh
last
yeah,
bit
yeah,
out.
obviously, get all of that bit out. Ovs.
I get like a orange wood stick that you'd use for manicuring and hoof the bits out.
Oh,
and
I bet you
spread it
do.
like a spreader. Oh yeah, waste not, want not. These are so easy to change, though, aren't they?
Well, we are about to see
Mess-free and all of
just
that.
how easy. So you're going to just take that little, squidge it all the way up to the top, then just flick that off there. Once you've got all of the gloopy bit out. Take that off, pop that into there. There you go. Then pop that base on top of there and unwind it back into the glue pen. Because if you're like me and you've thrown away your instructions, then you're never going to know how to do that again.
No.
There we go. So that is then going to go up to there. Now along your top, again, just going to snip in. Now this is where it's easier with the smaller flange, because you can just fold the smaller flange down, whereas with the larger flange I just pulled the coating back and snipped the thing out. And it might be that I'm going to need to do that with this, but we'll see when we get there. So again, with your glue pen, just coming round. Now, there it is. If you need to just snip it out, then you can, but just snip it up a little bit further so that you don't see. There you go. You can snip out that, the actual thready bit. And as you're going around, by the way, you can, especially on like that bit there, any bits that look like they might ping a little bit, just pop a clip in until it dries. Okay. And the sew-line glue pen is designed to dry clear, by the way. So don't worry about whether you've got pink one, yellow one, anything like that, doesn't matter.
First time you use it, though, you do worry, don't you? When you've not used it before and go, oh, heck. But it does dry clear.
It really does, yeah.
Does.
So it doesn't stain your fabrics or anything like that. You are all good to go. So there we go, down on that bit of flange there. And around we go.
I love my little sew-line glue pen. You've got
Sorry,
me
I was
onto so many
miles
things.
away. You can tell, can't you? Really concentrating on very, very quiet.
fine.
You just fill, Gemma. You just fill.
No, it's true though. I love my Soline glue pen. You got me into EPP.
Yes.
And
guilty as charged.
Therefore, Soline glue pens.
Yes.
And
but you use them for so many other things than just that.
And the little leather thimbles as well that stick to your finger.
Great. Yeah, you need those.
All sorts of things. And I got them initially going, yeah, all right, Natasha, we'll have a go.
Yeah,
and
she's just selling me stuff. She's just selling me stuff again.
Not even that, but just like, yeah, okay, it's nice to have, but I bet you don't need it. But oh my word, honestly. And I use them all the time for all sorts of things. They're just brilliant. The pen is just like...
Of course
super.
You will. So that is going to be your bag front.
Look.
Okay. Now, out of the rest of your fabric, you want to do exactly the same in terms of putting it together. Now you can see that this is the stuff. The S80 is basically used for pelmets and stuff like that need shape and a bit of rigidity. So and then you put them wrong sides together. Wrong sides together and slip stitch around. So that's your back piece there.
Sorry, is this here's one I made earlier moment? So Blue Peter moment?
Yes.
Oh.
Completely.
Oh.
Completely. And then this one is going to go on there. And do you know what you're going to do?
What are you going to do?
Get yourself some glue. You're going to glue them together. Clip them in. Glue them together. Leave them for a minute because we're going to make the gusset. We've got all the words today. All our favourite words are coming out.
You're using the
today.
Trimmick glue there, aren't you?
Yep.
You like that one. That's your go-to, I'd say. I see you with it.
I've lost my Powertex. Don't know where that is. Powertex is another great one that we've sold as well. But yeah.
We have the original gold as well, the high-tech original gold, don't we?
Yeah. Now, if you want to put in your handles, which obviously Jane and I completely forgot about with this, so we're going to have to unpick a bit on that one. Then I marked it on my template as to exactly where my handle should go. And in it's jolly well going with a little bit of glue. There we go. And then flip it around. There we go. Do that thing with your bag handle, by the way. You know the thing that I mean? And also, you might want to just angle these slightly.
Or making sure they're not twisty-wisty as well.
Well, so you do that by...
Lay it up and down and yeah.
Like that. But they're going to go in your bag kind of like that. So if you want to angle them, then do. Oh yeah, it's got some glue on it. That's all good. Make sure that that's all nicely lined up. Try not to get glue all over the place. I mean, I can't promise that. There we go. And that will then hold together. Bit of fluff on there.
I love my quilting clips as well.
And that will be the front of your bag.
You know, those are another item that I thought, yeah, all right, Natasha.
Yeah.
And then I've ended up using
I do
them for
realise that
everything.
there have been many a thing that I've gone, Gemma, you need this in your life, and you're like, yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
Whatever, Natasha, whatever. I am going to have to unpick poor Jane's beautiful handwriting. So Jane did this one for me. Bless her.
Well, unless she had it as a clutch bag and didn't have any handles in it, that one.
I mean, you could.
I mean, you could, couldn't you? I think that would be a lovely alternative use for the bag. To have a clutch version.
Do you know what though? Yes. But also it takes a moment just to...
Yeah. Pop it in.
Pop it in. We can restitch that up, no problem.
Yeah.
At all.
A little stitchy circle.
Hmm?
A little stitchy circle.
I know.
I think a lot of people must imagine that we sit here all, sewing away and chatting, and sometimes
do.
very occasionally,
Like sometimes.
But a lot of the time we're running around
Like
crazy
headless
creatures,
chickens.
getting everything done.
Yes.
And out the door.
For your delectation. There we go. So I will just restitch those in place. And if you want to just make sure that they're the same sort of length, then great. She says, having not checked.
Yeah. Never mind.
No, done it.
All good.
Clip in place now. Now, gusset, everybody. Gusset,
Who doesn't love a
gusset. So, from whatever cardboard-based medium you are using, you are going to use your templates, that one and that one, to cut 2 of that and 1 of that. And together, they are going to make, this is your base. So your base is going to look like that, right? Yes, yes?
Fabulous.
Right. So, what you are now going to do is pop that onto some form of fleecy stuff like this, or your H640 or whatever. Yes. Leaving a tiddly tiny gap because this is going to go like that on your bag, right?
Yep, so you need some corner room, some rotation room.
Absolutely.
Oh, we've lost Lynn, I think. She says, I'm going to lose signal as I'm going across the forest, and lots of tears.
No.
I know.
It's there for you always.
Exactly, and that's the thing. You can come back. It's all right. Claire loved your backstage tour yesterday as well.
Oh. No.
Margaret, I will get checking that fabric for you. It might be that it's assigned to kits, so let me see what I can do. Sylv says, so what extras do we need apart from the kit? I've got some HT2 and fabric tack glue. What's the stiff stuff you used? I missed a bit. Workus interruptus.
Oh, okay. So I have used, you can either use H640, you can use HH650, which is what I'm using here. Or if you've just got some fleece left over, then do that. But you just base that on with your Sew Line glue pen.
I think she wants to know about the stiff stuff.
So the stiff stuff,
yeah.
You can either use cardboard, or if you want like a proper, then either the S80 or the S520 on our website. All work. Now,
Jenny's like you. She says, I would be tempted to add a small magnetic clasp as well.
Yeah, why not?
And Julia says, flange and gusset in one show. Lo must be somewhere else today.
I know. She's. I don't know if she's actually working or something. Doing one of those things. So whilst the glue that we've just done over there is busy drying, what we're going to do over here, let's clear my mat a little bit, it's not a quick, I did tell you, didn't I? It was not a quick make, this one.
That's all right.
It's
a lovely watch, so this is good.
Come over onto here. And again, you're going to want to get your pressing mat out. Yeah, if you're using the double-sided, you could just use H640, which is what I did yesterday. But I've got the HH650 to hand. There we go. Oh, that
sounded fabulous, didn't it?
I know.
Squeaky squeak.
Bit creaky. Right, so you will notice that. And I'm just going to press the rest of that bit of fabric as well. When I did that, when I cut that, when I used those bits as template, what I didn't do, everybody, what I did not do was cut in those bits onto here. Don't worry about doing that for now. And then what you can do, Leesa does actually give dimensions for how big these pieces of fabric need to be, by the way. But in the interests of I'm here now, fabrics right sides together. And I will pop a couple of little pins in just to hold them together. You are going to sew 1/8 of an inch around the outside of your wadding. That just gives you turning through wiggle room. Okay, that's all that's going to do for you. All right, so we're going to stitch all the way around there. So again, when that is on, you've got that little gap in between. Here's the other thing that you're going to want to bear in mind is leave yourself a turning through gap. Okay, because you know, I forget that kind of stuff. Don't I, Jem?
You do.
Forgets
Sometimes.
it.
Just sometimes.
Just sometimes.
Because you're only human.
Well, you know, yeah, all of that. All of that. I think I need to actually clean my machine.
That's a novel idea. The thing is, these machines get a lot of use in this here building,
Oh
don't
my
they?
goodness, the
They
hours.
just don't stop.
No. Hours and hours and hours. Now I'm going to redo that corner, because that's kind of important. Leaving just a little gap.
Sylv is
Kind
asking.
of like your ease.
Sylv is asking, presumably related to the stiff stuff and alternatives, would Styleville fix work?
I would say too much body. I wouldn't go that stiff. I really wouldn't. If you do, then increase your seam allowances on everything, because Styleville has got more loft to it.
Oh, you mean in place of this here? Yeah. I was thinking if she meant in place of the stiffness, the stiff product, then it's not stiff enough,
the cardboard?
Is it? Yeah. So you'd be better off with cardboard, but if you mean in place
Again,
of the
if you
A640...
do choose to, then you would probably only need... What I would do... Okay, so let's think about this logically, Sylv. If you want to do that, and you probably can, it would be very, very lovely, actually. But if you do want to do that, I would then, instead of using two sides of... Because I've used two sides of the template. You put the template, you put your nice soft one on top of your cardboard or your S580 or whatever, S520 or S80. I would just use my freezer paper to create the template and then stitch that around with. I wouldn't do 2 layers of Vliesli. It's just going to be too thick, just way too thick. I'm just going to trim my seams back now. So you probably could.
Emma's joined us late.
Hello, Emma.
And she says, Just switched you on, and the first thing I heard was flange and gusset in one go.
Yay! We're on form today.
Standards have not dropped.
No.
There was nowhere for them to drop,
No,
I feel.
no.
That's probably why.
So I had a show with Nigel May at Create and Craft, and for any of you that have ever watched Create and Craft, you know that he is like the king of innuendo.
Oh.
So I made sure that I saved a project that had a lot of flange in it for
It was
him.
like innuendo bingo all over his
And
place.
then I made my lovely big cockerel with him as well. And I was like, yes, I'm going to give him all the treats today.
Yes.
And see, yeah.
Lovely. Auntie Lizzie's with us, and she says,
Yay!
"Peeps, I forgot!" Many
What?
exclamation marks.
What?
I have workmen in fencing panels, and the one is 6'7".
That's how tall they reckon Freddie's going to get.
Wow.
Anywhere between 6'4" and 6'8", actually, for Freds. I know.
Yeah, I like some tall though. It's good. Yeah, they can reach all the high stuff in the supermarket and
I'm going to
everything.
turn this through with the help of some sort of knitting needle or something. Turn it through. They can reach all the high stuff in the supermarket.
Oh, it's great. I do shout, Guy, a lot. And if people who don't know us are around, then I might shout, "I need your length," by which I mean his height. It makes everyone chortle. Because I can't reach anything, ever.
Not very small.
I summon you quite a bit to do stuff, and you go, "But Jem, all you need to do is such," and I'll just reach my arm up, and you go, "Oh, yeah, okay."
Small but mighty. So Emily's favourite thing is just to tell me what a big girl she is at the moment.
We've got Lo here as well now.
Ah, hello.
Crikey.
I thought she was with us from the beginning.
Says,
but did they,
sorry, back now. Been shouting at serving manager. Oh dear, there's been some shouting going on. Crikey. And Julia's giving sympathy to Elizabeth for her forgetting of us by saying that a 6'7" man is certainly a distraction.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah, not going to lie.
There's a distraction.
I'd be distracted.
I'd be very distracted. Fabulous though.
I'm sorry, I'm distracted.
Oh, Sylv says, "I like him tall too. Him indoors is 6'3"-ish.
Oh, well
That's how tall
done.
Meg's boyfriend is. My Meg, a lovely boyfriend who's 6'3". Mine's about 6 foot. Oh, and SJ says, "This is like when Natasha puts the tea on top of the cupboards and I have to shout for help." You can't deny the office child of her cup of tea. She's not good.
No,
I put the tin down by the kettle now. I can't have it at the top of the cupboard, the
I'm
face.
just going to pop this back in there
Look at that.
and hope that I left sufficient.
Sufficient room.
Yeah, possibly. It's a little
So this is
snug.
you stiffening your gusset.
I'm stiffening my gusset. Yes, no flange needed.
Don't think there's any room for any flange there.
There's no room for anything. It's quite a
Tight
stiff
fit.
gusset.
Yeah.
Quite a tight fit, absolutely. And in goes the other insert. Do you know what? If you have done it a little bit tight, if you do have quite a tight gusset, then just trim it back a bit. No one minds. A bit of neatening.
Margaret says, "Oh dear, Lo being assertive again, scary."
Yeah, right.
Lo says, "Not too shouty, more," and then she's put down some horrible threat.
Oh,
so
there you
yes,
go.
I think it's more firm words than shouty. Elizabeth says the gentleman in question is a huge distraction in more than one sense of the word. He is very tall.
For all of us, we're all now distracted by him, including me, and I probably shouldn't be, given that I'm trying to demonstrate. Just trying to ease that right up into those corners. Dink, 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 dink.
Heidi says, "Oh dear, Jem, you sound like my mum when I'm shopping with her. Within minutes of being in the supermarket, everyone knows my name."
Ah.
Do I just summon people? Help! Quick, come here, I need this. Do it with the kids. They're taller than me as well. Everyone's taller than me.
Right, there we go.
Oh,
They
dear.
are all in. Ta-da!
Oh, there's much merriment going on over the stiffening of the gussets.
Oh, I know. You will have fun. What can I say? You will have fun with that. And then what you can do is flip that over, and then to keep that in place, if you wish, you can...
Myra says, what's happening? Been gluing.
I've stiffened my my gusset.
Yep.
I'm now just applying a little bit of heat, bit of steam. You will slip stitch that up, okay? And that is going to give you your side bits to your bag. And this is now how it goes together. And you can either whip stitch or slip stitch these together. Okay, so let's look at this. You now have a back bit,
Beautiful.
a front bit.
Even more beautiful.
You will slip stitch all the way around those.
Okay.
Okay, so you will have 2 completed slip stitch bits.
Panels.
Now this has got your S80.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that it's solid, but it's still got a little bit of wiggle, which is what this one's made of as well. Which is why you could put a magnetic clasp in there. Okay. This has got very stiff cardboard, isn't going anywhere. All right. But here's the thing. When you are done and you've stitched all the way around there, that sits in that middle, that comes up there, that comes up there. You're going to sew all the way around there.
Oh,
and then
this is a proper caravan project for me.
Yep.
Do all the machiny bit before I go.
Yep.
Oh, stitchy, stitchy, stitchy.
You will
look at that.
All those around there, and you will end up with a beautiful, beautiful bag.
Go on, because that's a proper ta-da moment.
Ta-da! There you go. So that's what I'm going to be stitching together. This is it with the thinner flange that you're going to get. If you want to use the thicker flange, then you can buy that separately. It's just a metre. Or just make your own. It's entirely up to you which look, basically, you prefer. So this is your contrast. This is your purple. And then we've got the orange one.
And the orange comes with the wider flange.
It does come with the wide flange, with the purple wider flange, which looks beautiful.
Yes.
So that's what we've made.
Margaret says her Volvo is an S80. She's never going to get that in a bag.
No, that will be tricky. I'm gonna finish sewing this on the train this afternoon. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, Philippa says, missed some. A woman rang me to sell me solar panels.
Oh no. We're done. We're finished.
We've got catch up. It's all okay.
You can catch up whenever your heart desires.
Which I love, because I can pause bits and catch up with my sew, because I don't sew as fast as you. No one sews as fast as you. So we pause you and we do bits, or you can pop and make a brew and what have you, and watch back. Always watch us back.
There you
it's
go.
Nice.
So that is today's show, my lovelies. Do make use of the Eau de Coat offer of these bundles, because we're not getting any more of this cloison in. When it's gone, this is our last stock of it that's gone into these. So when they're gone, they're gone. The pattern is available from Leesa. You can get it as a download. If you are printing it off, print off actual size. And don't forget, if you want to make them bigger or smaller, like Captain Small might like a smaller one.
She would.
I'd quite like a bigger one.
I'd really like a bigger one.
Could you imagine?
Like a massive one.
Yeah. In which case, you can enlarge the pattern.
Yes.
Just make sure you enlarge it all the same, by the same proportions, and you will be fine. So I really want to thank Leesa for letting us do her rather beautiful pattern.
Oh, it's so fabulous. It's really fabulous. I'm going to a vintage event in June.
Are you?
And can you imagine a big one of those as well?
Yes.
All my stuff in.
All over the place. I'm just wondering, I've got a cloison in my...
You have?
But not the same one.
No, but it doesn't matter.
No,
and
but I'm just wondering.
Keep looking at you, and the sort of colours of your flower dot and your other one as well.
It's all working.
They work with the bag.
It's all working.
And you look like Olivia Newton-John today.
Do
with
I?
Your black
Not
and your
quite,
off-the-shoulder affair.
Not quite as skinny
you need
as
the
Olivia
big hair, some red lipstick.
And away I go. And a
Tell me about it, stirred.
Clearly that's what's going to be happening this afternoon.
Perfect.
Right. So not. I will see you. Well, no, actually, Jane is making tomorrow. It's
She
Wednesday.
She is.
Actually, tomorrow's Wednesday. Gemma, tomorrow's Wednesday.
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Today's Tuesday.
I know, today's Tuesday.
I know,
We're nearer
yesterday-
to the weekend than I thought. Not as near as SJ thought. I can't forgive SJ because she's got a birthday this week. She should know better when
She
it is.
should. It's her birthday tomorrow. Goodness
Tomorrow?
sakes.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, come on, woman.
Oh.
What day is it? When's your birthday? What's the day? Don't even know, do you?
What would you do? What would you do? So that's where we're at today. It's SJ's birthday tomorrow. She's off, isn't she? Doing whatever.
And she'll be 500 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, the office child.
Yeah, the office child, 500 years old.
We don't talk about how old she is.
No.
No.
But the rest of us will be here. Me and Jane, particularly, will be here. And we will see you here because Jane is doing something with Creative Grids. And I think SJ has maybe let the cat out the bag that there's a Creative Grids offer on tomorrow.
And today,
And
actually,
apparently now, today.
because she said it live early. Enjoy.
Fill your boots with that as well and enjoy. And we will see you here at 10 o'clock tomorrow. Take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.
Bye.